السلام عليكم. حياكم الله حبايبي.
السلام.
So today we'll be talking about changing yourself. Since you are in Ramadan, and usually in Ramadan a lot of changes happen. Many times we promise ourselves like we're going to change, and I don't know about you, but how many times you told yourself or you heard people saying I'm going to change, I'm going to stop eating junk food, I'm going to start exercising, I'm going to read more, I'm going to lessen my times on the games, video games, I'm going to wake up earlier, I'm going to sleep earlier. And then you might even succeed in doing this for a few times, and after this all of a sudden just you might find yourself coming back to your old habits.
It happens actually more times than you think.
Yeah. So why? Is it because you're weak?
No, it's about consistency and like your persistence on doing it.
So you don't, it's not because you're weak, because you lack discipline?
Yes, discipline.
You lack discipline?
Yeah, discipline.
So you're lazy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually,
depends on what it is.
Exactly. So this is what we are going to discuss today a little bit further. It's not because you're lazy, not because you're lacking discipline. It's because sometimes we don't know how change happens and what does it need to get on board in order for change to happen. So let's see how it really works. Before this, I want every one of you to have something in mind that you want to change, all right? I guess you already have a list maybe, but let's focus on one or two.
Generally?
What do you think? What you might block you, or what are the obstacles you might find or face while changing or while deciding to change?
Consistency. For me, it's the most difficult obstacle. I could do something, I could start to change for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, but maintaining it for months on end or even years or change a whole lifestyle, for example, is quite difficult. Consistency.
Yeah.
In terms of the mood changes and the exemptions and all of these things, it's difficult to stay consistent on these changes.
Exactly. I loved when you mentioned the mood changes and all of this, because actually we don't need more information in order to change, but we need emotional regulation.
Yeah,
this is what we
that's
need.
The most
more.
important part. Yeah.
All right. Consistency. Quite interesting.
That's kind of what they said. Also, in my opinion, it's discipline because, there's Stephen Goggins. You might know him. He has a lot of discipline. He kept on practicing, even when he's sick, even when it's raining, even when he's sad, when he's happy. He kept doing it because he has his own discipline.
Where do you think this discipline comes from?
His mentality.
Okay, interesting.
I have another source, maybe a little darker. I would say pain, both mental and physical. Could be either, it could be both. I'd say that's a great motivation for
maybe to
discipline.
fight against your haters, to prove them wrong. That you
Quite
can't
interesting.
do it.
I come back to this point.
They said everything.
Okay, so if you were not consistent, what will happen?
You will fall off track, and then when it's too late, let's say you want to get in shape, so you're consistent for a few days, and you lose a couple of fat, and then you fall off your track, so you gain back your weight. So
maybe you didn't. You fall off, but
Yeah, but let's say you gain back your weight, so you become disheartened. So, like, you think of giving up. Maybe.
Giving up right away. So it's kind of you think you failed in this.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I would say the same. Yeah.
Fear of failure. Okay.
For me, it's difficult then to get back into this change again and again and again. If I see it doesn't work for a couple of times, I would get demotivated.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what emotion exactly keeps you repeating the same mistake in your life?
Can you repeat the question?
Like sometimes, okay, every time I want to practice more, exercise more, but then I fail, or I fear of failing, or I fear of if I fail, they will judge me like this
Yeah,
or
I was
that.
gonna say the fear of being judged, probably.
Being judged.
Yeah, maybe let's say like you go to a gym and like there are other people around you. So like let's say you can't lift this much weight, and the other person thinks like it's so easy, like he can do it with one hand. So like maybe you will feel like awkward or embarrassed that you can't do that and he can do it very, very easily.
True.
So he might laugh at you, oh, you're so weak, you can't do that. So
To me, I think it's the fear of never achieving my goal or never really fulfilling that change.
Kind of perfection.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Interesting.
Even if I try over and over and I never get it to that point how I want it to be, I just feel like I would never get to that point even after many trials. So I just give up on the idea altogether.
What about you?
For me, it's not exactly a fear or something. It's more of an over-obsession. For example, when I have a goal or something, it's either I build every single step, like I prepare every single step in order to achieve them, aka I create a clear path towards it, or I get lost and I mentally stop being able to move on.
You get
it's
stuck
like,
easily.
yeah, it's like
What holds you back? You don't start, you don't build your right path?
sometimes I get too lazy to actually build the path, and sometimes I try to build the path, but it's like I'm going aimlessly. I can't find the correct steps for the path. It's like trying to build stairs, but each step is differently sized. It's not going to lead you anywhere.
I feel like that's a dangerous mindset.
It
Because
is.
life isn't a straight path. You have to keep adapting and changing your path to get to your goal.
just
Right,
like
path yourself, you need to ask for help. And this is where people and why people are around, and specialists are around, and families around.
And moms around.
Yeah. So some people don't start their business at all because failure is possible. So I want to memorize Quran, but I know I will keep forgetting it. So it's easier, safer for me not to start, right? Because as soon as I didn't start, I didn't fail. So
So it feels more comfortable.
more comfortable. So they take the safer. Like some people might want to start business, and you might see them like planning for months and for years even,
And
but
then
they
fail.
never start because as long as they didn't start, they didn't actually fail, right?
Yeah, but
That was
that's,
the reason they never gave it a shot.
yeah, exactly. That's you need to not give up, and you need to stay strong and try again. Because if
Right.
you give up, you will just never succeed.
Exactly.
Also,
Exactly.
that's also where reality slaps hard. It's either you don't try, and so you don't fail, but you also never succeed.
But you don't
Oh.
grow, yeah?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, or you can try, you can fail, you can try again, or some people succeed from the first time, who knows. But that's where reality slaps hard. It's either you don't try, and so you don't fail, but you also never win, or you try, you might fail, or
Right.
be
Fear
different.
of failing. So some people they plan, and they never start because they are not failing as long as they didn't start. They didn't fail. They didn't fail, but they will never grow. They're in their
0%.
comfort and their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Right. And there is, as you mentioned as well, the fear of judgment. So sometimes, for example, I might tell you, you have to speak up. You need to put your boundaries, right? You have not to be very much giving all the time, right? What's your fear of judgment toward this?
I don't understand. It's like if you're not giving.
Not very much and always giving.
Yeah.
Like
so-
not, for example, every time your friends will come and ask you for help, for explanation every time before exam, a night before exam, a day before exam, every time. And this is taking up your time, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to say, if you want very much reality, if you want to say, I'm going to change this, there must be some kind of fear of judgment.
Yeah.
Because if you change this,
People, I would feel like I did not succeed to their expectations. Like let's say they wanted me to do it, but I didn't feel like it or I didn't have enough time. So it's like, oh, I let them down.
you
And then,
disappointed
yeah,
them.
exactly. And then maybe they just won't be my friend or they won't ask for help.
They
So
judge you.
yeah, exactly. So they start being judgy.
Interesting. Very interesting because and what you mentioned as well is very interesting because you mix 2 points together, which is fear of a judgment plus fear of abandonment. Because you're afraid they might judge you, being you let them down or you're not up to their expectations, and at the same time you might fear that they might not be your friends at the,
Exactly.
that you let them. So this is fear of abandonment as well. So, and they might leave if you put boundaries of, or if you said no. But this is conditional approval. What I mean conditional approval, as long as you're good to them, they're going to approve me and be my friends. If I'm not, conditional approval. And if people are going to give you conditional approval, better not to be around.
Yeah,
Better
exactly.
not to be with them. So better to lose them. You understand?
Yeah.
So the love, the true love or true friendship should not be conditional. Like if they're going to be conditional approval, we're going to approve you if you did this or and that.
Yeah.
Better not to be with them.
It's basically they're using you.
Right, exactly.
Just for your help, money, favors,
Yes.
and etc.
Yes, exactly. So if you failed yourself, you might feel like, I should be fit by now. I should have lost that pound by now. I should have slept earlier. I should have studied harder. I should have achieved higher marks. And if you did not, you failed. So you might feel that you failed yourself as well.
Yeah.
And this is a kind of shame. So why is this happening to me? What's wrong with me? And this self-criticism, right? This self-criticism is very unhelpful, very negative, because in order to change, you should have self-respect, not self-hatred. If you have self-hatred, it will not lead you anywhere towards changing. Okay, so how to deal with these